All right, I just very quickly want to take you guys through how we do Magic School, how I do Magic School in particular, just in case you have any questions as you're going through and trying to set up some chatbots for your class. This is specifically going to be about how to set up a custom chatbot. If you have other questions about Magic School, feel free to ask. We'll take care of it. But first step is to go to Magic School. Please remember it's magicschool.ai, not magicschool.com, and you will log in. If you've never logged in before, it may ask you some questions. Just sign in with your Gmail account. Once you are here, you'll see all the tools that are available to you. For today, what we're going to do is go to where it says Magic Student over here on the left-hand side. Click that drop-down arrow and click on Rooms. If you already have a room set up, it is very easy just to go into that room. You can add whatever you need. But for today, I'm going to assume you have nothing set up. So we're going to start from scratch. And we are going to hit Create Room. And then once you are here, again, today we're really focused on custom chatbots. So I just type in custom, and custom chatbot is the first thing that pops up. And here is where we build our custom chatbot. If you remember when we were talking before, we use ChatGPT, or I use ChatGPT. Magic School has some cool tools. You can use Reina, you can use the prompt generator. There's a few other things in there that are really helpful. Just my personal preference is ChatGPT. I've used it enough. It knows kind of what I'm looking for here. So I'm going to click over to ChatGPT. I did cheat. I went ahead and set up a prompt for this video so you didn't have to watch me type real slow. My prompt for this one, again, I'm building a custom chatbot for my class. It's something I want my class to go through and do. So my prompt was, I want Magic School chatbot. I want to build a Magic School chatbot for my 8th grade Bible students who are studying the book of Acts. I want them to see the difference between the cities of Jerusalem and Antioch and how the differences between those cities impacted the churches there. Can you give me 5 ideas for chatbots that would accomplish this? Please include at least three gamified options. So remember, when we're going through this, you can't just say, hey, give me a prompt. It'll give you a prompt. It's better to have it give you about 5 different options, because sometimes it'll give you something that is better than what you were originally thinking. And then other times it will give you some just general ideas, or basically, I want to make sure that we're doing enough of the work where it counts. So we're taking a look here. This is my first time seeing these. We have a city selector adventure where students pretend to travel as messengers between Jerusalem and Antioch. They describe what they see in each city. That's actually pretty cool. They're given scenario-based questions. So different things will pop up and they have to have some conversation back and forth with it, and they unlock travel points. That's pretty cool. We also have Church Builder Simulator, where they serve as church planners. That's actually pretty cool for my class because we study a lot about Paul planting churches. So it may work out really well for us. Who said it? It's a quiz game, a debate where we can go back and forth, or a timeline explorer. I want one of these first two. I think what I'm going to do is the first one just for the sake of this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in number 1 sounds great. Please give me a ready-made prompt that I can use in Magic School. All right, and what it's going to do, it's going to spit out a prompt. So all this up here, like all the way down to where it says copy paste into Magic School, you don't really need. You can read it; it's helpful. But I'm just going to copy and paste this, and while I copy it, I tend to read through it and just make sure it's actually what I want, because sometimes it'll look a little bit different. This one looks pretty good for what I am doing. Remember, everything at the bottom, it is just ChatGPT asking you what you'd like to do next. So let's copy this here. I'm going to paste it in instructions for the chatbot. And then I'm going to name this, what did this name it? I'm going to name this one City Selector. I might do it like Jerusalem and Antioch Challenge. And then just this tool description here, the students see this. So make sure it's something engaging, just give them a brief explanation of what they're going to be doing. It'll just be explore the differences between Jerusalem and Antioch. My students are 8th grade. Magic School automatically sets it to your grade level in your settings. If you change that, it'll do it. I'm going to leave it at 8th grade. I'm not going to add any specific knowledge for the chatbot to have. This is helpful if you want to restrict it to certain things or give it certain information or something that might not be readily available on the internet. But for my case, it should be fine. Remember, we follow that 80-20 rule where we can allow AI to do about 80% of the work, but that 20% we want to go through, make sure we're actually doing it, making sure we're checking things. So we start preview here. It's going to take just a second to load while it thinks. So we are beginning, we find ourselves in Jerusalem. And it's cool because it is going to give you things like, hey, there's a magnificent temple that still stands, because this is in the book of Acts. The temple has not been destroyed yet. We talk about that a lot in class. It's important for them to note. Apostles like Peter and James are still leading the church. It's important to know that James and neither James nor Peter are dead at this point. Jewish believers are still rooted in their traditions. And then it's going to take us through and kind of give them some options. I go back and forth on whether or not I want to give them multiple choice or if I want them to just do it open-ended. I prefer open-ended, but I usually give them multiple choice just because with the 8th graders, they need some structure. Now, I do tell them, hey, if you want to go off the rails here, you don't have to pick A, B, or C. You can say your own thing. If you want to say, let's go to Egypt and see what's going on in Alexandria, you can try it. I don't know if this one will let you. Oftentimes, it'll kind of restrict them into what we're doing as the activity, but sometimes you can go and see what else is going on. So we're seeing here, I'm going to say, I didn't read everything. I'm going to say, hey, let's see. We pray and seek wisdom from the apostles. And let's make sure this works. Cool. I got 10 travel points. And our journey continues. So it's going to go back and forth, and it's going to give them some information, like Antioch is where believers were first called Christians. It mentions here specifically that Greeks, Romans, Syrians, and Jews all lived together. And that's something important we've talked about in class a few times, just how Jerusalem was diverse. Antioch is a little bit more diverse in that it's a big Roman city. So it'll go back and forth. I'm pretty comfortable with this right now, just from what I've seen. Oftentimes when I'm not doing a video, I go a lot further and investigate all the way down, but it gives you an idea of how to check it. So after that point, I just click Save to Room. And then I name my room. We'll name it Antioch and Jerusalem. I don't need a room description here, so I'm not going to put it there. Save to Room. And that's it. I've built a chatbot. If I want to deploy this to my class, I just click Google Classroom, deploy it to my classroom, and tell them when they get in the next day, hey, this is what you're going to be doing. Now, I did have a question on how do we add, like if I want to add another chatbot here, how do I do that? And it's real simple. There's a few different ways you can do it, honestly. I always click Manage Room Tools. It's going to bring me back to the page. It looks the same. So I can edit this chatbot that I have. If I found something wrong, if a student did something wrong and I need to change it, I can. I can also click Add Tool here. You may have noticed this Add Tool was here last time. You don't have to hit Save to Room until you've added all your tools. But it's real easy. You can just go like add another custom chatbot. I don't have another one built out for this. But you can add another custom chatbot here and it will let you go. And you can add as many as you want. I think there is an upper limit somewhere, but you're probably not going to hit it. I have one room that has I have one room that has 15 different chatbots in there. It's for students to go in and pick which one they want to do that day. They're all related to the same subject. So that will be where we end here. Again, if you guys have any questions, email me. Whatever we need to do, we'll make sure we get it taken care of. But just kind of wanted to guide you through it, and that will be that.